G'day guys, welcome to another episode of It's a Dogger's Life. I'm Chris Booby. Welcome back. Yeah, welcome back. It's been a long time. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of shit go on and haven't been able to, upload any footage lately, which has been good because it's actually given me the opportunity to have a bit of a backlog of data that I can actually turn into content for you guys and be a bit more consistent. So, but thank you for watching and commenting, because that really, makes me feel like it is worthwhile putting this content up. Once again, I'm just trying to promote style of life, what we do. Unfortunately, it's not everyone's cup of tea, and you do have those people that, don't understand the situation and don't understand why this needs to be done. But those of you that enjoy it and comment and like and are subscribed, thank you very, very much. Without you doing that, I wouldn't worry about spending the time to do all this. So pretty exciting. We've got a couple of new places now where we're working on. This one here is being one, which is a beautiful big open country surrounded by scrubby blocks, and that's why he's been having issues with dogs, this fella. Like, he's had a couple of calves killed. He does a massive job looking after his property. As you can see, it's in pretty good condition, and then the block next door is just full of shit, and that's just harboring the wild, the feral animals. So this is why we need to do what we do, because unfortunately there's absentee landholders like the bloke next door here that just harbor these feral animals and nothing gets done about them, and then they become an issue for these sorts of farmers that actually rely on the calves and stuff for their livelihood. Unfortunately, in these big open sort of paddocks, you got to try and find out where the dogs are coming in and out, how often the dogs are coming in and out, and then tailor your trapping program to that. So we've had cameras in here for about 3.5 weeks or something now, so we've tracked a couple of dogs on our cameras that are sort of coming in about every 4 or 5 nights, about 2 nights at a time. So hopefully we can be here at the right time with this trapping program and nab them while they're in here. But it's definitely a bit of a task because, as I said, they're not in here all the time. But anyway, it's good fun. It's all part of the job. So if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, eh? Righto, talk to you soon. Just pulled up at the first camera. Bloody frustrating, eh? The cattle or something have been licking it. So now, depending on when that happens, all the data on here will be bloody waste of time. So it's been up for 3 weeks. Hopefully it didn't happen in the first week. Hopefully we got a little bit of data to write home about. But anyway, we'll soon find out. That's so frustrating, eh? Camera was up 3 weeks, come to check it and the cattle had moved it, pushed it around the side of the post. Looking at the pictures, the first night, so the camera was up for 24 hours, if that, not even that, 12 hours, and the cattle had shifted it, so I lost all that data. Anyway. impossible to blend a trap in anyway in these sort of situations where there's grass everywhere, but what I do is I just take a bit of grass off the top. Try and expose the dirt a bit. And do your best because it's bloody wet and the ground's just like clay at the moment. So we got clay and rocks, ideal for setting traps. Said no one ever. Dig a bit of a sump out under the trap because it's so wet. The idea is if it rains, the water will go in there and hopefully go to the bottom underneath the trap rather than sitting on your trap.
Noises like you've never done any exercise, have you?
You're meant to be the cameraman.
Woman.
Camera woman.
Why do you screw it up?
Takes a bit of the crinkle noise out of it.
Oh.
Sometimes you can compact your dirt too much. When it's wet like this and clay, you can actually compact it too much in the ground. Compacting your trap in the ground. You might actually set up or hold it.
Just rough up the edges a bit. Get rid of the big chunks. Put my grass back down. Looks alright, eh?
That's amazing.
Trying to take traps in this shit. Basically impossible.
Clay.
I'll just dig a hole where my trap's going to be and fill it with dry stuff and then blend it in. Fill it with dry stuff from the same spot. Should be alright. It's not going to smell much different. I'll get some dry stuff from up here. Hopefully it's dry-ish. There.
It's all rocks.
Yeah. Probably just rocks.
It's a bit nicer.
Better. Because if there's two dogs travel along this track and one of them's got trapped in one of those last traps, they'll associate all that commotion with their friend getting caught and everything with those lures. So it's not that far over the hill to here in that spot, so I'm going to use something totally different. It'll still be a gland lure because it's that time of year, but it's just going to be a different gland lure here. All the way down. That's what it looks like. All the same. Not just a little, don't want just a little patch there with different coloured dirt. The whole area looks a bit torn up, you know. Got another camera up here, so oh, it's turned around the other fucking way.
Oh,
Jesus.
what are you going to do about this?
Wow, look at it. How the hell?
Just photograph wind and...
Oh. That's good, positive signs anyway when there's dogs around. Makes it a lot more interesting when you see dogs on camera, or even just sign of dogs. So, oh geez, that's deep. Bit of a muddy patch here, I don't know if we'll get through it, but Shelley's going to have a crack and see what happens. Here she goes. Don't run me over. How was that? Oh, poor. Oh. Oh. Hey, Blondie. Hello, darling. Move up and I'll give you a pat. Hello, darling. Good girl. Good girl, Blondie. Hey, hey, hey. You alright? You alright? Good girl. Good girl. Beautiful. Hey, cheeky. Hey. Hey, cheeky. No. Hey, cheeky. Hey, mate. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. We've had 2 inches of rain earlier today, last night and today, so one good thing is any of the tracks that are here now will be nice and fresh. Let's go steady. Whoop. They're awesome little buggies, eh? I think I just found their trail through the guts here. There's prints. All different ages of prints, fresh ones to old ones to real fresh ones all along here. I think I'll just hit the, look at this. I think I've just hit the main trail. Your little ripper. And that there I'm fucking happy about. This is good. This is real good. Just goes to show you, you never can pick them. Oh, this is a track out in the middle of open, even though it's, you know, they got a fair bit of cover because of the grass around the place, but like they haven't been through here. So probably been wondering where we've been. Haven't been able to upload a video in quite a while, unfortunately. There's just been a few things go on. The main one being that we were reported, and YouTube demonetized our channel, the whole complete channel. And also every time I'd upload a new video, I'd have this thing pop up saying that it's issue with copyright with the music. Even though it was free music that I was using, and free music, and also able to be used on YouTube, but it didn't happen. Unfortunately, it was just an absolute nightmare. Everything that I'd done seemed to be another little blockage. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tweak the videos a little bit. Hopefully we can start to get a bit more content out there and get you guys back into it. Alrighty, so we're just heading up into that hill where we've seen some fresh prints this morning. I don't want wet feet. I've got a fair way to walk yet. Really don't want wet feet. So yeah, heading up into there. There's a really good track that runs along the power line up there. We've got a couple of traps, and we had some fresh prints there this morning, and didn't have any luck with the traps. So I'm gonna head up there and find a spot for the arve. I've got the wind going in our face here, so see if we can pull one out and nail it. We've only been here a couple of nights so far, but because it's, have a look at it, majority of it's big open country, so I don't think the dogs are actually here that often, as I was saying earlier. So it's just a matter of trying to, you know, pull them in, and you know, when you're getting paid per dog, you do everything you can, use every tool possible to try and get some. So we'll see he's up there. It's hot. It's meant to be humid like autumn. It's really hot, eh? Especially walking up this hill. Anyway, we're nearly there. Not far to the top now. And I'll have to keep Ollie back because I've got a trap right at the top of this track. Up there, there's a gateway. And I've got a trap right there, so the wind's coming directly into my face. It's actually perfect, so I'll keep Ollie behind me. I might even set it off and reset it when I come back down. That way I'm not worried about her walking in it. She hasn't learned yet about the old trap peruse, so I don't really want to teach her now and end up having a broken leg on a dog that far from a vehicle. So anyway, I'll see you up there. Holly, sit, stay. Okay, good gear. Good gear. Good gear. Yep. Trapped blue dog. So this is the plan. There was fresh prints along that track there. Along that track there today. This morning we've got a trap here, this gateway, and we've got another one up in that corner up in there. So the dog, I'd say, come out of there down the bottom, walked up until about there, then walked back in. So he's not coming out into here much. So what I'm going to do, I might try and get down at these gum trees, perch up there somewhere, and call up into this country. What will probably happen is I'll be looking this way and the dog will come out from here. And I've set my trap off. Ta-da! Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully I perch down there, call up into this country, the dog comes out, starts coming up to the track here, and he goes boom, boom, dead dog. That's what I hope happens. That's the plan. So, without further ado, let's go down and get set up. Whoops. Righto, we're set up. I'll be back against this tree here. I've got my camera set up, ready to rock and roll. I've got coffee. It's a good thing about these Yetis, eh? I made this back at camp before I left, and she's still hot. Not that I need a hot drink right now, but it's good. Nice. Have my coffee. Wait another 15 minutes, and then we'll have a hour. Anyway, Yeti, if you're looking for anyone else to sponsor, more than happy to more than happy to receive free cups and drink bottles. Love the gear. Anyway, check out my view for the Arvo. It's not a bad office. Couple of ring-ins. Little speckled bark fella. Stands out, doesn't he? Another one over the other side there. Hey girls. Good result though this morning. That was awesome. Catching that dog, having that dog in that trap. When I had the owner with me this morning, and he did a round with me checking the traps in the buggy, and yeah, it's the first time that he'd actually seen a wild dog, so really good result. The first time we come out to this place and catch a dog with the owner coming on checking the traps. I'm pretty stoked about that. It's that was a good feeling. You know, he's had calves attacked and got us to come out here and do a job, and for us to be able to provide, you know, the service for him and get a dog, that was awesome. And for him to be there, it's even better. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't film anything, but because it wasn't, you know, It's the first time I've sort of met him properly. I've spoken to him on the phone, but I didn't want to be having cameras out and all that with him there. I hope you can appreciate that, but it was a nice dog. I'll show you in the pictures. He was probably, you know, 3 or 4 year old male dog, so a big male dog, which was fantastic to get him. Unfortunately, we didn't have the opportunity to video, but yeah, it was a good catch. It was actually in an MB650 once again, in that location. I used dog stopper and dog urine, so wild dog urine. So yeah, nice big male dog taken out, fantastic. It's coming up to the third set here. We've had a bit of trouble with the buggy, so back in the ute. It's been pretty hard going on this farm, eh? It hasn't been the easiest place to bloody trap here, because there's just yeah, the dogs just aren't here very consistently, so I don't think that helps. But anyway, that's the way it goes. We'll see how we go this step. Thing is, you just got to keep persistent, really. Like, unfortunately, sort of do when the dogs are bloody not here. They're not here. It's very hard to trap them when there's no dogs. Old fellow once said to me, you need 2 things to catch a dog. You need a trap and you need a dog. So without one of those 2, very hard. So anyway, that's the situation we've got at the moment, but it all could change. We're only checking our 3rd set, so hopefully we'll get a bit of luck and yeah, have something in these next lot. We'll see how we go. Oh well, we're just about up to the last trap set, so we'll film it. There's a couple of wet patches, but hopefully yeah, it doesn't look like we've got anything, but anyway, we'll keep rolling. Check it out. This was the track where I had all the dog prints, and I found out why all the dog prints were here. It wasn't from wild dogs. Put it that way. It wasn't from wild dogs. All it was is they've mustered. And when they mustered, they come along this track. So, with that, the cattle had nearly walked on that trap. There's the cow print. The pan of the trap's there. Yeah, about there. So, it's lucky that hasn't. That's been bedded correctly though, that means. So the cows probably walked on the edge of that trap and not set it off or tipped it up. But you can actually see, I'm just looking now, you can see the jaw here. So I'll just get my brush and brush that over a bit. Oh, there's a day of not a hell of a lot. No action at all. There's been no, and I was so hopeful. I thought this morning, I thought I'd wake up and there'd be dogs everywhere, but it wasn't the case, was it all? Just haven't had any luck whatsoever, eh? Alright, we're set up. bad spot here. Looking down up that creek. So it should be alright. Should be alright, I think. Gonna just perch up here behind this tree. Got plenty of cover behind us to blend in with. So the sun. Oh my god. There's dog prints up along this track here. So the sun's going to go down that way. We're nice and early. So we'll just get a good spot here and wait here for a bit. Alrighty, coming up to the second set on the last day. Up on top of that next hill. Still wet, eh? Still bloody wet here. Just the water's all just coming out of these hills, eh? Just flowing out of these hills. Hasn't rained really, like it rained the day we got here. They had 25 mil, but apart from that, that's all there's been. So it just goes to show they had a bloody good year. Just put in a load of floor up this hill, just so it's putting too much pressure on the gear. Second gear, we'll just crawl up. Bloody steep, you don't realise how steep this is till you're on it. Look out there. It's steep. Oh, we got anything up here? Not looking promising. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Righto. Let's let these off. Sorry guys. You can hear it in my voice, hey? It's just so disappointing. Like I sound so disappointed. What I've got to do is I've got to keep reminding myself. Have a look where we are. Like, have a look at it. Look at this. Even though I haven't caught anything yet, I've still got to just stay positive, because you never know. You never know, and look where we are, mate. Like, I would have caught my dog just now. She was just on both traps, look. Dog prints. Dog print there, dog print there. She would have stood on there if she could have. Same as over there, so, you know, don't beat yourself up if you don't catch dogs, eh? Like, as I said yesterday, you need two things to catch a dog. You need a trap and you need a dog. It's bloody hard to do that without one or the other, so, you know. Chin up, stop being a sook. Come on, get pumped up. Righto, see you at the next one. Righto, positivity. Here we come. Coming up to the next set. Along this line here, on this side of the property. See how we went. Yeah, I think it's just the fact that, you know, you've got to, you're going home, you got to pack up, you got to pull all your traps up, blah 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 blah. I just got to stop being such a fucking wham-wham. Oh, stop being such a bloody wham-wham. Like, and start appreciating that I've got the opportunity to be out here in this beautiful place, doing this beautiful job. And look at that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, a double! A double! After all that whinging. You fucking ripper. So, last day here. I think this is about the 4th set. Yeah, well, this is the last set along this side of the property anyway. Had a bit of success. A double. This is the camera that had all the action on it. So I thought 1 or 2 dogs coming about every 4 days. They come for 2 days in a row every 3 or 4 days. 4 or 5 days, sorry. And look what's happened. We've got a bloody double. That's such a good result. I'll bring the ute down, tidy him up, and we'll get some pictures for you. That's so awesome. Oh man, I'm happy with that.